Welcome to the show. I should say, welcome back to the show. Yes, last night we did a part 1 to the series on our series of Guide to Parenting. If you haven't caught up, we caught in our top 20. We started on our top 10 last night. Now we're going to move on to another top 10. With tips from the internet. Useful and helpful tips. This Guide to Parenting series, this show is useful to all people out there who want to be parents or want to practice being parents. Or for those who want to be a parent. There are online parent classes you can take, and we'll have a list for them here. For those in different states, or for those that want to be a parent in different states, we'll have that for you on our website. I'll tell you about that later. But right now, let's continue our countdown. Starting off at number 10. Be a good role model. Just walk the walk, but don't tell your child what you want them to do. Just show them. Humans, special species apart, we can learn by imitation. We're programmed to copy each other's actions to understand. Watch everything the parents do carefully. Be the person you want your child to respect your child. Show them positive behavior and attitude. Have empathy towards your child's emotion, and your child will follow suit. Don't follow bad habits. Don't show them bad habits like drinking, smoking, etc. Number 9. Love them and show them through action. There's no such thing as loving your child too much. Loving them cannot spoil them. And not coddle them. Only what you choose to do or give in the name of love can things like material indulgence, low expectation, and overprotection. When these things are given place, real love, that's when you have a spoiled child. Loving your child means siblings getting hugs, spending time with them, and listening to issues every day. Joining these acts of love can trigger release of a feel-good hormones as oxytocin. I can't pronounce that word. Number 7. Practice kind and firm positive parenting. All babies are born with 100 brain cells neurons with every connection. These connections create our thoughts and actions, who we are, that create, that strengthen, and that sculpt through experiences with our lives. Just give your child positive experiences, ride through an emotional tantrum, solve a problem together with a positive attitude. When it comes to discipline, it seems hard to be positive, but it comes to practice positive discipline. Avoid punitive measures like spanking. Number 6. Be a safe haven for your child. Let your child know you'll always be there for them by being responsive to your child's signals. Be sensitive to their needs. Support and accept your child when you're injured. Be a warm, safe haven for your child to explore from. Children who are raised by parents who are consistently responsive tend to have better emotional development, social skills development, and have mental health outcomes. So I think it's time for all parents to teach their kids social skills at an early age by 6. Number 5. Talk with your child to help their brains integrate. Most of us know the importance of communication. Talk to your child and also listen to them very carefully. That way they can understand. Hold on a second. Keep an open line of communication. You'll have a better relationship with your child, and your child will come to you when there's a problem. But there's another reason for communication. You help your child integrate different paths in his or her brain. Interrogation is similar to our body in which different organs need to coordinate to maintain a healthy body. Don't provide solutions. You ought to provide solutions. You just need to have all the answers to being a good parent. just listening to them and talking and asking clarifying questions will help them make sense of their experiences and integrate memories. Number 5, reflect on your own childhood. Many of us want to parent differently. We all want to parent differently from our parents. Even those who had a good upbringing and a happy childhood may want to change some aspects of how they were brought up. Reflecting on our own childhood is a step towards understanding why we parent the way we do. Make note of the things you like to change and think of how you do it differently in your scenario. Always try to be mindful and change the behavior in the next time issues come up. Just don't give up, it first takes practice. Like I said, there's parenting classes out there for everyone. We'll have some parenting classes on our website and in the description below. Number 4, pay attention to your own well-being. Parenting, they believe, too. Pay attention to your own well-being. Oftentimes, things such as your own health or the health of your marriage, just take time to strengthen a relationship with your spouse. Don't be afraid to ask for parenting help. Having some me time and self-care. The child will suffer too if the two areas fail. Alright, our count is going to continue in a moment, plus more COVID-19 cases, and plus a preview of next week's special when we come back. Our countdown continues, halfway through our countdown. Myth number 3. Myth number 3. We talked about this before. Do not spank no matter what. No doubt some parents spank very much short-term compliance, but sometimes is needed for the parents. This method does not teach a child right from wrong. It only teaches the child to fear external consequences. The child is motivated to get caught instead. Speaking to a child is bundling your child so that he or she can resolve issues by violence. Children who are spanked, smacked, or hit are more prone to fighting with other children. They're more likely to become bullies and use verbal physical aggression to solve disputes. Later in life, they are more likely to result in delinquency and antisocial behavior. Worst parent-child relationships, mental health issues, and domestic violence victims or abusers. There are a variety of better alternatives to this plan that have been proven more effective. A timeout, taking away a privilege, reprimands in a strong voice. Experts say it's going to work, but you just have to keep doing it and keep pushing it until it works. Almost on our countdown. Number 2. Keep things in perspective and remember your parenting goal. The goal of being a parent is to raise a child until he's 18, get them to life. Dr. Phil has worked with Child Protective Services. This is what you provide. You are to provide him with a warm, stable, dry environment. A home with warm, stable, dry food, education/academics, a room with a bed, a blanket, a sheet, a pillow would be nice. He doesn't have to have posters on the wall, television, video games. Those are all privileges. And if he or she wants those, they have to earn them a step at a time. It's all about commando parenting. You must have absolute, when you choose behavior, you choose the consequences. If your child decides to play hardball, you don't spank. Because that's what commando parenting is. If you're going to think about spanking your child, don't look at it the hard way. Our number one, take a shortcut by utilizing findings in Linux psychology and neuroscience research. Always take a shortcut from A to B. It can be a good parenting tip and parental advice for everyone. We don't mean change your child, what we mean is take advantage of what is already known by scientists. For good parenting advice and information, many parenting techniques, practices, and traditions have been scientifically researched, verified, refined, and refuted. You always gotta use scientific knowledge and strategies according to your child's temperament. Of course, you can also choose traditional or old school parenting styles, spanking, and it may have the same outcome. According to Death is Stress model, the people who have vulnerability to suffer from psychological disorder are more likely to develop more when stress. The good thing, parenting is hard, but the bad part is rewards as you come later. And remember, don't reward bad behavior. As Dr. Phil always says, don't reward bad behavior. Happy parenting. That's our top 20 on. That's our special on the guide to parenting. When we return, more COVID-19 cases. Plus, would you, if you were to pay fines, would you graduate if you didn't pay your fines? You can't. We'll tell you why it's happening in all graduation when we return. Welcome back. Thanks for continuing to stay with us. For those who want to stay with us. As you know, usually in the beginning of each show we go into the cases, but not tonight. But tonight different. Tonight was different because we had to finish our special. But with that being said, let's look at the cases. Here in Oasis County, we're over 18,400 cases. Over 18,400. Getting closer to 18,500 cases. Which means we're at 20,000 cases. Which means we're 2,000 cases close to 20,000. The deaths in here is 336. The total cases in the state, however, it's 618K. The deaths here is 12,202. Total cases 5.83 million. None of recovered in the United States. Deaths 180K. Total cases 24 million. 15.6 billion recovery. 822K has been recovered. And looking at all the counties here in Texas, Harris County. I told you this. I'll get to you in a sec. Dallas County. Whoa, you're about to be 30,000, close to 100. You may be up there. Tarrant County. Whoa, 5,000, close to 45,000. You may be tied. How many times have I told you guys to wear these? These are really important. You don't have to spend a fortune on these. These are very useful in helping out with COVID. You don't care about COVID, that's your problem. But these masks are very important, and so is sanitizing your hands and washing them every day. I tell you this, keep calm and stay 6 feet away. When I wear this mask and you see it on me, you will know about this. You see this message on the mask, you will know. Keep calm and stay 6 feet away. And always try to wash your hands every time. We don't have to go through this crap every day. So what is the big deal about this? The big deal about this is you guys don't even care. Harris County, I am telling this right now. Come up with a plan, or I'm coming over there and helping you out. You don't even care. You don't mandate masks. And if I find out you don't clean up your shit, I'm coming over there and cleaning it up for you. And it won't be pretty. There's masks everywhere. And you don't have to spend a fortune. It's like It costs $8. You may think it's expensive, but that's all you got. And there was no arguing back and forth here about this. Just try to understand. The one time you ever wear these is if you're out doing your groceries and stuff. If you're not worried about COVID, well, that's a shame. That is your problem and your excuse. Not my problem. It's your problem. You decide to say it. I don't have a problem with COVID. That's your choice. So if you want to sit here and say I don't have a problem with COVID, that's your choice. That is absolutely your choice. You can make that choice a lot, but you're gonna have to wear a mask someday. If they mandate you wear a mask, you wear a mask. Don't wear it like this. Wear it like this. If it's tough for you to breathe, if you have a hard time breathing, then you have a hard time breathing. There's no point in just saying that I have a hard time breathing, my lungs get fogged up every time, it's a pain in the ass. I understand, but these are really important to your health. Period. There is no but. Period. When people say but, they mean forget everything you just said, I'm now going to tell you what I really think. There's no but. Coming up, if you have a special needs employee who works here, this is a topic for all managers out there. You need to know what to do when you have an employee who's special needs and you don't know what to do. I'll tell you more when we return. Okay, this last topic out there is going to be for all you managers out there who don't know how to handle a special needs employee. Listen, I have been there before. I am a special needs employee who works for McDonald's. And they have a hard time with me. They don't have a hard time with me. But what do you do when you don't have when you have an employee with special needs and you don't know what to do? Don't just willy-nilly go to the experts. They won't tell you. They won't tell you everything. They'll just give you a hard time. And like for those who want to sit up here and say, I don't have a problem with my special needs employee, well, that's your choice. But there are times you can't ignore a special needs employee. What I recommend you do as a manager who has a special need, who has an employee who's special needs, you need to check in on him every single time to see if he's doing okay, or But the thing I recommend you do is this. Tell them how much you appreciate them. They may not hear enough from the individuals around them. Always give encouragement and help them build social skills. Treat the individual with respect and dignity. Expect the quality work and no excuses. Always treat them like everyone else who works with you. They may not be your friend and there is no excuse. You may say, oh, I treat my employees the same. You may sit up here and say, well, I can treat my employees the same. I can treat my employees however I want to. But when you have an employee who has special needs, you need to do your research. So, let me tell you this. Next time, if you have an employee who's special needs, you need to have the prior knowledge at hand or do the research. Because if you're the manager and you have an employee with special needs and you don't do your research, you're not going to know what to expect. So that when the next person who works there is special needs, you don't have your research done, you're not going to know what to expect. When the next general manager comes in, you need to show them the research. One of the employees I know has a child who's special needs, and she understands. Just provide the right level of resort. A recent survey from Care.com and National Family Association found 64% of working parents care for a child with special needs. So just trying to understand, there's an employee who's special needs and you can't find anything to do. If there's something you can do, there is research out there. You need to do your research beforehand before hiring a person who's special needs, and if not, you're not going to know what to expect. Just treat him with respect. Just treat that special needs employee like you treat all the other employees. You may have made a mistake with this, but this is no mistake. When no one's doing what they're doing to support people who are special needs, that person's going to get in trouble. That person should just be not doing the job correctly. And if the corporate people do not understand, they need to understand and not give the special needs person a hard time, like me. And don't ignore that special needs. Check in on them every single time. Just understand that. Just try. That way, just treat them equally. Back in one with a preview of tomorrow's Give Me a Break. Before I tell you about tomorrow's Give Me a Break, here are some last tips. Always learn when hiring special needs, hiring a person with special needs. You must always learn about their disability and special needs ahead of time. Plan with things for an individual work, specific duties you may work with. Make sure all your equipment, any items is set to accommodate disability if they are blind. No limitations. Always make necessary accommodations to the employee and function in their job ability. Have a plan for meltdowns. Individuals with autism may experience high levels of stress and anxiety, therefore it may be a good idea to have a designated space. Always have a staff member available with the individual with their problems, frustrations, preferably someone who can help the individual. Include them in all activities, making minor adjustments as necessary. Equal pay for work. Always let the employee express themselves as best as they can. Explain the rules, give them when they want a chance to correct the behavior. Talk to them at a level of understanding and never treat them like a child. These are the do's. The don'ts. Never leave them out of any activity and never assume you don't understand and don't want to participate. Never call names or ignore them. Never fire them for a man's facing disability. If I don't make a compromise, everyone work together in harmony. Never assume anything. Always ask permission first, especially if you're going to touch an individual or if you're going to move their equipment or personal belongings. Just give them a chance. And this is going to one of my employees at McDonald's. If they don't know what to do, then I will contact the SNA. That goes for you too. That goes for all employees. If you have an employee with special needs and you don't know what to do, then I will contact the SNA and I will have this article on the website at jcarmen67.wixsite.com/givemeabreak for all the latest information. Alright. Coming up on tomorrow, Give Me a Break, parents made a petition, and that aims to bring students back into schools. Learn what that petition means for your child who lives in Nueces County tomorrow on Give Me a Break. And that's Give Me a Break for this Wednesday going to Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow for Give Me a Break Thursday at 11:30 Eastern, 11 Central. For all of us here at YouTube, have a great night, everyone. Take care of yourself and each other. Good night.